On a snowy Friday night in Metro Detroit in late January, today feels like March. These are two teams expected to compete for Division III state championships in a few weeks. Flint Powers Catholic taking on Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Welcome ringside into a night of hockey which could be a preview of what we may see at USA Hockey Arena in a few weeks. Alongside Ben Holden and the rest of our crew, Evan Stockton with you. Ben, this is an awesome matchup. Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a team that's playing maybe its best hockey of the year, battle-tested bunch. Against Flint Powers Catholic, this may be their biggest challenge of the year. So what do you think tonight brings us?
I'll start with the second part of that. I think it is their biggest challenge of the year. Flint Powers comes in at 13-3. They started out the season with 11 wins in 12 games. Orchard Lake, we saw this team last week. The big thing that Brian Cloneau said to us is his team needs to start playing 3 periods of hockey. They did that in the game that we broadcast against Heartland. They come back with an overtime win against Cranbrook, and they're playing on a quick turnaround here tonight. They beat Grosse Pointe South 6-4 last night. So Flint Powers Catholics had some rest here. We'll see if that factors in. But these kids, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, their motors should be running, and excited to be down here for the broadcast tonight to give our viewers a different perspective.
Yeah, we're going to get Ben doing a little Mickey Redmond impression tonight in between the glass. It's going to be a lot of fun. In terms of specific players to watch tonight, Ben, one guy for Flint Powers Catholic, one guy for St. Mary's. Who do you think we should look out for?
Mason Zarnicki's a stud. He's 6'2". He's almost 200 pounds for Flint Powers. This young man isn't sure that he wants to go and play junior hockey. His coach talked with us about it yesterday. I think he may have a change of heart. The season he's averaging 2 points a game. And for Orchard Lake, I really think it's a collective group, Evan. And it was something that we asked Brian about yesterday. Who's kind of leading and driving the culture of your team? He said the 4 captains, but I'll tell you what, if I had to pick one guy, Brendan Kelly had 2 and 2 for 4 points in their big win over Grosse Pointe South last night. So I think he's the guy to watch tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating when you look at the numbers for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. A lot of guys with 10, 12, 15, 17 points. No one guy with 30, kind of like Zarnecki has for Flint Powers Catholic. So that'll be interesting to see. Before we officially drop this puck, Ben, let's get a key specifically for each of these teams tonight.
I think the key for Flint Powers is to continue to play the way they play, and that's by pushing pucks from their back end. Their back end is really strong. They've got an outstanding defenseman in Barber back there who really drives the ship for them. They like to get it. They like to push the pace. And I think for St. Mary's, they need to come out with a good first period, good first 5, 6, 7 minutes. Again, they're playing on short turnaround. So I think for them to come out at home here and get a good push to start will be big for them. They're playing 5 of their last 6 games to close out the regular season, and they've been pretty good in this building this year.
Remember these 2 hockey clubs, they could be playing for a state championship in just a few weeks. Could be playing against each other. Tonight, we get a little preview. Flint Powers Catholic against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Michigan high school hockey does not get much more fun than what we'll see tonight. Puck drop coming up next.
Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and new Oreo fudge brownie. All made with our world-famous vanilla soft serve. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. And here's to many more. DQ, happy tastes good.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Teams that are expecting to compete for a state championship In just under 2 months, tonight they battle on the campus of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Flint Powers Catholic against Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a Division III clash between two of the better programs in Michigan. Evan Stockton, Ben Holden, glad you're making a little time for us on this snowy Friday night, wherever you may be. Hopefully you're warm, and hopefully you're ready to watch a little hockey with us tonight. Exciting matchup between the pipes as well tonight, Ben. When we look at the starting netminders, first for Flint Powers Catholic, Nick Kurdiak. As you know as well as anyone, you get a hot goalie, you can go far in a hockey season, and right now Nick is playing very, very well for these Chargers in between the pipes.
He sure is. He's got 9 wins, a 1.50 goals against, 935 goals against average or save percentage, 5 shutouts this season. This team has allowed 1 goal in 5 games, just 2 goals in 3 games. And at the other end, I know we'll talk about Michael Fett. He didn't play last night. They played the youngster Keene in the back-to-back, so I think that's a smart move by head coach Brian Cloneau and his team here, Evan.
St. Mary's in the black. Flint Powers Catholic in the white. They're ready to go. So are we. Off we go on a Friday night. The puck is dropped and we're underway. St. Mary's will win it with Rivet and dump it down the ice. Interesting looking jerseys that you'll see all night long for Flint Powers Catholic. These look like football jerseys with numbers on the front. I kind of like it, Ben. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different, and it's hard to miss Big 25. Mason Zarnicki, he's a point-a-game, 2-point-a-game player. We talked about him in the open. Keep your eyes on him. Dangerous guy as the puck goes right by me here at center ice.
Ben is going to be down there in between the benches all night long. And Ben, you were alluding to this in the open. Let's watch and see how St. Mary's legs hold out tonight. They just played last night and won a competitive game 6-4. So let's see how their stamina is this entire night.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for them off the start. And, you know, we've talked about with their head coach, Brian Cloneau, he talked to us the last couple games about his team finding a way to play from start to finish. And that's a big key. And we'll keep our eyes on it. So far, so good here, only a minute in, but we'll see how it goes throughout.
Brendan Kelly, the leading scorer for St. Mary's, takes the face-off against Michael Tucker, and the Eaglets win it. Loose puck found at center by Hunter Morris. First shot of the game, sticked aside and out of play by Kurdiak.
He's got a hot stick, Evan. He had 2 goals last night in that game against Grosse Pointe South. They fell behind in that one, but again, to that point I just talked about, the resiliency of St. Mary's. They put in 4 goals in the third period, and they get a high-scoring win, 6-4. They took the game last night.
All right, back to work tonight against a team, Flint Powers Catholic, that's only lost 3 times all year. They'll dump it deep with Runag, one of the defensemen. A lot of the defensemen for the Chargers are among their leading scorers. They use those blue liners to contribute.
They do, and Kyle Barber leads the way. I mean, he's got 19 assists for them. And another thing that's impressive to me about this Flint Powers team, they're 6-1 on the road so far. They've outscored the opposition 24-9, Evan, in those games.
Still looking for our first shot of the game for Flint Powers. St. Mary's has 1 to their name so far. Morris flops it further ahead. This is Kirkab passing in front, loose puck, and it just squirts wide. Oh, Nolan Berner got crunched by Cretu. Senior Dugan Cretu with only 5 points on the year, but a good effort on that play as Brennan Morgan begins the breakout. Passing near side to Cretu, and his shot is tipped out of play. Face-off will stay in the offensive zone.
You know, Evan, we all know that love the sport of hockey, how quick it is. I love being down here. I haven't done this in a long time. Back to probably 2007, did a couple of college games calling them down here. It's a totally different animal than it is being the analyst here tonight. That hit you mentioned, you just really feel it. You see everything. The bench is alive down here for Powers Catholic too.
Forechecking St. Mary's has still got that puck in the offensive zone. Blue line shot tipped wide. Morgan, the one who got to stick to it in front. Yeah, to Ben's point, for anyone who doubts the skill, athleticism of hockey players, I implore you to come watch a game in person. You will never doubt hockey players ever again.
And you and I know, and again, anyone that knows the game, they know that every level it gets the speed, the intensity gets higher and higher. We got a penalty being called here. Looks like an interference penalty has been called here on St. Mary's.
Yeah, that's Luka Pivic, the junior. one of their defensemen, Ben, sitting in the box. So Flint Powers team that frankly hasn't had a ton of puck possession tonight. They're about to have some here on a man advantage.
Well, yeah, they are, and this is a good opportunity for them on the road here, Evan, because remember, in talking to Travis Perry, their longtime head coach, we asked him to stay to the special team, said the PK's not where we'd like it. The power play, he said, quote, needs a lot of improvement, so maybe they get a chance here to sling it around and get set up and get one here and get an early lead in the game. Got a clock issue down here. There's the delay down here. They're just making sure everything's set, and it looks like we're good to go.
Cooper Gerhardt taking the face-off for Flint Powers. Pivotal one to start this power play. He wins it, pushing it ahead, and the Eaglets find it and clear. Kurdiak wearing number 92 tonight for Flint Powers Catholic. He's 33 on the roster, but tonight he wears 92. It's not a defensive end playing goalie. It's just a goalie wearing a different number tonight.
Let's keep our eyes on big 25 and white if they can get set up here. That's who they really want to get it to here. Instead, they'll take that shot.
Slot shot saved. Gerhardt took it, and Fett made his first stop of the night. As Zarnicki coming off the ice now. Big 25. As Flint Powers got a look here, Ben.
Yep, they did, and not what they wanted, but, you know, they'll take the shot there, and they'll get the ozone draw coming up, so they'll bring that second unit on. See what they can do here, still with a minute and a half to go.
Held in by Running at the blue line. Middle of the blue, passing left. Found his target over there, Dahl. Now a pass to the near side of the ice. Oh, what great passing! And a better save by Fett.
You're not kidding, partner. That was a big-time stop by Michael Fett there. Backdoor, they tried it, he slammed it.
That is a kick save and a beaut. And the Eaglets clear again after Flint Powers nearly opened the scoring.
Said it, this is a good opportunity for them to get on the scoreboard here early on.
Reese Williams ahead. Soft little backhand, and Kurdiak elects to keep the play going with 40 seconds to go in the power play. Jacob Milenich bodied down at the blue line by Williams. Chargers got to vacate the zone on a delayed offside, and they will switch up the power play unit with under half a minute to go on it. This is Jack Dawley coming ahead, 2-on-3. He got poke checked off the play. Morgan finds the puck, couldn't clear the zone, and now St. Mary's does get it to center. Kill has been strong the last minute or so. Big hit.
Yeah, it was.
Mitchell Reve, wow.
I love that kid. He plays so hard, makes big plays like that. And that said, that's a kill, as you mentioned, for St. Mary's, and that's big for them early on.
Back to full strength. Seawick holding back in, now turning to the forehand. Out to the blue line it comes, wrist shot, and Fett makes the save as Nolan Berner let it go.
Well, there's the old adage that you build momentum off power plays, and you can also build momentum off penalty kills, Evan, and I think that's exactly what they did. There's the end of that play by Reve there, and that's that momentum I'm talking about. Let's see if St. Mary's now can counter that and take it and play on the other end of the ice after a big kill for them.
Couple of shots on that power play for Flint Powers Catholic, both from the left side of the ice. Good forecheck here by the Chargers, holding the offensive zone. Out to center it comes. Rolling back into the defensive zone. Berner has it for Flint Powers Catholic. Good saucer pass ahead to Kevin Adrians. He lost the puck. St. Mary's ahead. 3-on-2 shot and a save made by Kurdiak. Tom Lavoie missed Greg Feemster. St. Mary's back to get it with Pivic. He was the guy who committed the 2-minute minor. Now he's back on the ice and striding and dumping the puck deep. Around the board it comes. Zarnicki, and that size, absolutely crushing poor Kyle Kavik.
That was a big rig taking out Kavik, and that was like a Mack truck hitting a smaller car, a compact. That was a heavy hit right down to my right.
That is one larger man colliding into a smaller man.
He's 6'2" and almost 200 pounds, this kid.
He is one of the better scorers in Michigan high school hockey during his career.
He sure is. I mean, he comes into the game, he's played 14, he's got 31 points, so he can put them up in a hurry.
Tried to feed Zarnicki that time, but they missed the puck. St. Mary's changing behind the play. A good slot shot anyway for Seaman, and a nice glove save by Kurdiak.
Yeah, I've liked Seaman in the times we've seen him. He's always got his feet moving. He does these kind of things. He's never afraid to shoot the puck. Good rising shot there, and indeed testing the goalie there for an ozone draw coming up for the Eaglets.
Right off the face-off, St. Mary's shoots. Had that shot blocked. When Powers Catholic gets it into the neutral zone. St. Mary's leading the shot battle so far in this game, 5-3. Still no score where it matters, though. Brendan Kelly got it back to the blue line. Slap shot blocked. Rivet briefly found his follow-up, but then he lost the puck. And Flint Powers can come ahead. Caleb Dahl tried to finesse by the defender, couldn't do it. He's still after that puck as it wobbles out to center. Now picked up on the run by Michael Tucker. He delays, passes, and just missed Dahl. Chargers still holding in the offensive zone. Our best sustained opportunities in the O-zone have come on the power play tonight. The Eaglets get it all the way down the ice, and that is going to be an icing. Over 7 minutes into a first period between a couple of teams thinking they'll be playing at USA Hockey Arena in March. Last year, Flint Powers Catholic lost in triple overtime in the second round of the playoffs to Midland Dow, who beat St. Mary's in the state title game.
Yeah, it was the line I know you like so much from their head coach, Travis Perry. He said, we're the Buffalo Bills of high school hockey. They've been to the final 7 times, and they've never won.
Which is almost impressive when you think about it.
Yeah.
Just to get there that many times is an accomplishment in itself.
It is, to have the consistency of their program. And as we learned, Travis is a former player there. It means everything to him. He still works the school, and he said he's going to get to 25 years, and his plan is to retire. So it's doubly as important to a coach like him that's coaching at his alma mater.
Yeah, Travis Perry coaches at the school. He works at the school. He met his wife at the school.
Yeah.
Here's Jack Moran for St. Mary's. Look at that move. Moran backhanded and hit the post.
Great look at that one, Evan. Just off the elbow on the right side of that goal. A beautiful look. Danced around the defender there, and he gets a good look here. Watch where that thing was. Right off that elbow, and it was almost 1-0, but it remains a scoreless game here.
Best opportunity of the night for either team.
Yeah.
Flint Powers Catholic does get it out to center with Parmentier. Good look to the other side of the ice and Brody Nealons, and it ended up being an offside play.
So they've got Powers Catholic. They got their big line out. And remember, Gerhardt's the center, and he and Zarnicki have been playing together since they were 5-6 years old, so they've got incredible chemistry. But so far, I think St. Mary's has done a pretty good job of neutralizing this line with those two high-scoring guys, left wing and center.
Puck dumped deep. Still waiting for our first goal tonight. 8.5 to go in the first. Look at this speed on this rush for Kyle Kavik. Passed it to the middle, and he just missed Seaman as Powers Catholic sends it deep.
He was flying, too.
Chargers hoping to break the other way. Zarnicki could not hit his intended target, so that puck's rolling all the way back into the defensive zone, where Nealons finds it for Powers Catholic.
Good look.
Zarnicki on an excellent breakout pass. He shoots and it goes wide right. Caleb Dahl punches it further back. Michael Tucker, part of this top line for Powers Catholic. Shot from the point went wide from Runag. One of the better shifts of the game for the front line for Powers Catholic, Ben. That was a good shift.
It sure was, Evan. It was their best line, and they got Tucker on there on the late change, who their coach told us is a speed demon, so he can make things happen. Here they come again.
Dahl shot, blocker save, and the rebound had to be steered behind the net. Chargers picking up steam as this first period rolls along.
So I've been hearing that, well, I'll get to that when you get done here. I'll let you call it here, and I'll give you something from the bench.
Off the backboards, creative opportunity for Kelly. Now that puck battled for far side of the ice as an Eagle lost a stick over there. Out to center it comes. What were you going to say, Ben?
So what I've been hearing a lot down here is from the Powers Catholic benches, watch wide, watch wide. They're trying to kind of stretch them out, stretch the ice out. So that's a big key for Powers Catholic defensively against St. Mary's.
Brutal turnover, and the shot goes wide. Lavoie had an outstanding look from the slot.
Served up like a pizza right there.
Right on a platter. Powers Catholic nearly capitalized. Another giveaway. And that one goes wide from Adrian's. St. Mary's back on their heels for the last couple of minutes. Point shot kicked aside by Fetz. Back in front. Missing the Chargers, perched in front. They're still holding that offensive zone right side of it. And a shot coming, kick save. Rebound, blocked. Still Powers Catholic puck out to center just for the moment. Everybody's got to change. Opportunities aplenty right now for Powers Catholic.
The bench is alive. Everybody down here, what a shift, what a shift. That was the best shift so far the team in white's put together.
Starting to knock on the door. Morgan flops it ahead for St. Mary's. Powers Catholic out to center. This will be icing.
Yep. Good pressure there late here in the period from Powers Catholic, and very, very hard on those pucks. Pucks at the net, testing Michael Fett more than he's been tested here in the game. There's one shot, big rebound, came free, didn't get much on that chance there, and kind of had to turn and played it into a bit of a vulnerable spot for that guy in the middle of the ice there. He just couldn't keep it in, but a couple of good looks and a couple of really good chances for Flint Powers.
Right off the face-off, Reese Williams threw a screen in front, threw it on Kurdiak, and Nick was up to the task.
This kid's been playing in net for him for a long time. Multi-year starter, so that always keeps a coach and its team calm. He's that calming presence in net. He's a veteran guy.
And he will be relied upon when it's that time in a few weeks.
Yep.
Big hit far side of the ice by Cretu. Point shot got tipped toward the net. Rivet throws it on Kurdiak. That was a delayed offside anyway.
It was.
That will be another icing. Unforced error for Powers Catholic.
Yep.
Pretty even in terms of the shot distribution so far tonight. Powers Catholic with 8, St. Mary's with 7.
Yeah. And one thing to point out here too, different than even in college and certainly in professional hockey, if you ice the puck, you can change your player. So a huge break there for Powers Catholic. They got 5 fresh bodies on the ice.
Julian Johnston taking the face-off for St. Mary's. He's been in and out of the lineup this year. Just won that face-off, Ben.
Yeah, and I remember when we first talked to Brian Cleno the start of the year, he talked about how he felt he might be the most skilled sophomore in the state.
This is a 2-on-1. Dahl passed left. Dahl, he couldn't handle it, and then he got sandwiched.
Big hit by Jacob Hughes. Nice, clean, open ice hit.
There's been physicality to this game. There's no doubt about it, Ben, which is interesting to watch because these teams don't play each other all that much, honestly.
No, they haven't played in 6 years, so. But they're two teams that, you know, you've talked about it a couple of times. They're teams and programs that year after year are either winning or getting all the way to the finals. In the case of Flint Powers, just unable to get over that hump yet. Just really talented teams, deep teams, veteran teams. 21 upperclassmen on the Powers Catholic team. Brian Cleno's got a real nice group of veterans too, with a good mix of youth too on his team this year.
Out to center it comes, and into the offensive zone with Michael Tucker. Backhand on Fett. He just kept skating ahead, found his way in front, and he nearly scored for the Chargers.
There's that speed I talked about, and Travis telling us that yesterday. Travis Perry said he's a speed demon. He can make things happen, and you saw that burst of speed, that first foot in the ice, and there he goes, kind of like a running back in football. That first plant, you dig into the ice, you get a hard push, and you make yourself very tough to defend.
Eagles trying to get it out to center. Does flop its way to the near side of the ice and Pivot. He chipped it further along where Powers Catholic turned the puck over. Seaman with space. He shoots. Ooh! Took a weird bounce on Kurdiak and he had to make a kick save.
Got it with a left pad.
Greg Feemster over the red line, dumping it on Fett. He directs it to Pivot, who rims it around the boards back to Seaman, who nearly just scored for St. Mary's.
Said their two best chances, in my opinion.
Played really well the last time St. Mary's was home against Heartland a couple of weeks ago. It's a St. Mary's team playing its best hockey of the year. They've won 3 in a row against some really good competition.
They really have. Heartland's real good, and big win for them over Cranbrook, who's down. Look out here.
Oh my goodness. On net, Fed had to make a save. I don't know how that ended up being such a great opportunity.
The bounce of the puck, I think, is what I saw. That's how. But yeah, to your point, they have, and that's what they want. Both these programs, they want to play these higher level opposition teams when they can get it on a conference game late in the season. It's just going to make them so much better, more dangerous come tourney time.
Good look back to the middle of the blue line. Powers Catholic plays it behind the nets. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in a first period that has had no goals but has not lacked for excitement.
Good pace, good flow down here. It's so far I haven't had to dodge any bullets, but we've still got a long way to go, Evan.
Be careful what you wish for, Ben.
Exactly.
Be careful what you wish for.
I don't know if I'm wishing for it. Careful what I say, right?
Right. You know, if you ask the universe for something, sometimes it gives it to you. Be careful what you wish for, you know?
I'm loving this, though, man. This is the only way to watch a game, man. This is fun.
Nealon's got over the blue line for Powers Catholic, rimmed it around the boards. Eaglets trying to clear in their defensive zone. They get it out to center. Runegg, the intercept for Powers Catholic, and he's dumping it deep.
It's Powers Catholic D-Corps. It's a solid group. We talked about their ability to push the pace with their stretch passes, but I like what I've seen out of them defensively too as well, more importantly, for those guys playing the line.
Gerhardt threw it in front, Fed stick to the side. Runegg holds the right side of the blue line for the Chargers. Up that boards it comes. Zarnicki digging after the puck. Runegg holds the zone. Someone trying to possess the puck. Gerhardt had it, threw it in front. Zarnicki shoots. Fett was there. That puck got tipped by Powers Catholic at center, it looked like. Apparently not. It's going to end up being an icing.
Well, behind the play, Rivet got tangled up there pretty good with Mason Zarnicki, and another really good shift onto that line, and those are two big boys. Watch this battle here after. Rivet fears no one. I love the way this young man plays. I've said it every time we've done one of their games. He can play for a long time, this kid. He's got all the tools in the tool bag, well-rounded player, and he is not afraid to take on the biggest guy and the highest scoring guy on their team, as you just saw right there.
Lockenwitz in front of the net. St. Mary's wins that defensive zone face-off. This is Brennan Morgan battling over there. Powers Catholic gets to play it in front and gets Fett to freeze the puck with 90 seconds to go in the first. Man, Ben, how can you not be impressed with the intensity for both of these teams in this game tonight?
I love it. I mean, it's, you know, one of the things that, you know, I started talking when we talked to Brian Clonot yesterday. I said, you know, he concerned about the back-to-back, and then I thought about it, and I was like, well, these kids are teenagers, right? They shouldn't have any problems, and, you know, they're used to playing, you know, multiple games in a weekend. But yeah, the intensity's great, man. And both teams are playing with a real edge down here, Evan. No question about it.
Statement game tonight.
Yep.
Shot blocked. Loose in the slot. English tried to pitch it, fork it on further. Got picked off by Powers Catholic. They'll try the left side with Dolly. Absorbing a check. He shoots. And Fed had to make a glove save.
That's been the busier of the two tenders here in this first period so far. And good look there. The vantage point about 2 feet from me. I'm right next to their backup goaltender, one of their backup goaltenders here. And fun to hear the guys, the boys chattering on the bench, and the staff keeping their team engaged. Good program they've got. Good season they're having.
St. Mary's ahead. Quickly 2-on-1, shot, save, Kurdiak, quick development play. He had to stop a great opportunity for Kavik.
His second good chance of this game, and he has got tons of speed in his repertoire, does number 15, Kyle Kavik.
Off the face-off, another shot, and it's in! With under a minute to go in the first, St. Mary's strikes first. Give the goal to Matthew Waring. Sometimes you just got to throw it on net and hope something happens.
The last time we were here, Evan, for that Heartland game, it was around a minute left in the period when Morgan scored the goal. Huge goal from Waring there. Had the game winner in overtime last Saturday in their 3-2 win at Cranbrook. So his hot play continues. Those can be absolute back-breaking goals when you score that late in a period. Let's see the response here and watch the body language here in the last 40 seconds here from Powers Catholic after giving that one up.
Yeah, Ben, that's such a good point you make, especially because Powers Catholic, frankly, has been the better hockey team for the last 5-6 minutes, and to give up a goal like that, it's a mental test.
It sure is. It'll test your resolve, and we'll find out how much it tests here. You still got 38 seconds left, and they win the draw.
Around the boards it comes for St. Mary's and out to center. Here's your goal scorer, Matthew Waring over the red, throwing it on Kurdiak. Another big hit right in front of you, Ben. Kurdiak freezes the puck.
Zarnicki had him in his sights, man. I watched him come from the far blue line, and he had him lined up and just missed him. He's a lot of boy, 6'2" and about, we'll call him 200 with the pads on, listed at 6'2" and 195, and he's got all the tools. Really good player.
Off the face-off, Eaglets win it again. Reese Williams' shot got blocked. And Powers Catholic floats it down the ice. Hard charge for Dolly ahead. Big hit for Dolly behind the net. Tucker fighting after it for Powers Catholic. He put it in front. Tries, whacking away. That puck still loose and it got kicked aside. Net is off its mooring, so play stops. Powers Catholic almost tied the game.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you want to see out of your team. That's what you want to see in terms of a response. You want to see their resolve. They dig in here. They all go hard to the scoring area, those dirty scoring areas where you got to be to score goals. Really good end of this period, even if it ends 1-0 for Flint Powers here. I think they bounce back from giving up the late goal. That, to me, is a sign of a really good and a well-coached team.
One last face-off in an action-packed first. St. Mary's wins it, and that will close the first. Matthew Waring scores for the Eaglets in the final minute of those first 17 minutes of hockey, and the Eaglets get to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. St. Mary's wearing black jerseys for the first time that we've seen so far this season. Hometown team hoping for a victory. Frankly, they haven't played a ton of home games this year. They've only played their 6th home game of the season. Tonight, they've won 4 out of the first 5.
Well, we were hoping to hear from St. Mary's head coach, but I get it. He's coaching his team, and I don't think that he's going to come down here at this point. So we'll
try and grab him before the start of the period.
We'll try and get him before the start of the period, or we'll talk to Travis Perry on the other side here. But he's into the room, so that's it for one, Evan.
Great first period of hockey. St. Mary's leads it after 1.
Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and new Oreo fudge brownie. All made with our world-famous vanilla soft serve. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. And here's to many more. DQ, happy tastes good.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine? We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
In business for more than 20 years, Siemens Services are painting specialists for commercial, residential, and industrial locations. Their talented painters pay close attention to detail in every exterior and interior project, from wall coverings, stainings, vanishings, varnishings, power washings, caulking, ceilings, epoxy floor coverings, specialty coatings, drywall repair, parking lot strippings, and maintenance contracts. With first-class equipment and talented team, Siemens Services can provide customers with exceptional quality, value, and service. Contact us today at 248-563-5399 or email Mark directly at mark@siemensservices.com. Want to thank our friends at Dairy Queen for their great work just up the street. You know, it's springtime a-coming. Oh, February, Dairy Queen rolls around. I look forward to it mid-February. What a great time of year. It's because of Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's open. And wow, what a great experience it is to get a nice flurry, get a foot-long coney. It's right up the road, Orchard Lake Road in Keego Harbor. Get to Dairy Queen now. Downey's Potato Chips, making kettle chips by hand in small batches since 1984. And they're proud to be family-owned and operated and made right in Waterford, Michigan. Downey's Potato Chips. Detail Express Automotive Appearance Center, a professional detailing company located at 1751 South Telegraph in Bloomfield Hills. With over 25 years of national and international experience, they provide the utmost quality and superior attention to detail your vehicle deserves. Give them a call today at 248-683-8885. Gracie's Jitsu Certified. Gracie Jitsu Martial Arts Training School located at 2965 Orchard Lake Road in Keego Harbor. Certified instructors have undergone extensive training directly under the Gracie family to ensure that you are provided with the best quality and learning environment on your path to Jitsu Mastery. Call the school today and get started on your 10-day free trial. Why not? Fish did it. 248-657-0121. Elvis the Cat Action Photography, specializing in local and touring artists, sports, and special events. Visit the site for a quote. He does great work. Check him out. He's here tonight. ElvisTheCatPhotography.com. Want to thank our friends at El Camino. So many great restaurants around. El Camino is one of them. A Keego Harbor favorite. They specialize in locally sourced fresh Mexican street food and located at 2807 Orchard Lake Road in Keego Harbor. Visit El Camino today. Also want to thank Mansour Homes, our real estate partner, and visit Al at Realtor at Mansour Homes, powered by Keller Williams, 248-444-5700. Al will flip a home for you. He'll buy, he'll sell. Let him take care of you. Al at MansourHomes.com, a proud Orchard Lake St. Mary's graduate. And we'll get you a G of the Game hat. If you do go with Al, you'll make the right choice. And these limited edition new black G of the Game hats, oh yeah, they're dropping this week. The boys at G-Brand stepping up. We appreciate Mansour Homes and G-Brand USA. United Restoration Disaster Services for a free damage and claim assessment. Give them a call today. United Restoration at 877-772-URDS or 877-772-8737. All right, time to get back down to ice side. And we'll go down to Ben, who is, I wanted to say courtside. He's ice side in the box with Brian Clenow, the head coach for St. Mary's. Benny, take it away.
All right, Chad, thanks. And here with the head coach. And your team gets a late goal there. Walk us through that, what you saw on that particular play there, Brian.
Well, it was just a good draw back to one of our main shooters, and he's a good finisher, and he did that well.
What did you like from your team, aside from the goal? What were your thoughts on the opening period from your club?
I didn't like very much. We're slow, we're drab, we don't have the forecheck going. So we played at about 60% of our capacity. We got to elevate. We got to work harder, and we got to play in their end, not ours.
Was that simply the message to your team before you came out?
Yes, it was.
All right. Thanks for this. We appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks for the office tonight. I enjoy this. This is great.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way. All right, guys, there's the head coach. So we're just about ready for the second period. Got this great vantage point down here, enjoying the game down here. Just want to give those of you watching a better feel of the pace and the speed and the physicality down here at ice level. So this is awesome. And we got Powers Catholic just coming out. St. Mary's is coming out. You heard Brian Clenow there say, we got to be better, we got to be harder. He didn't like much in that opening period. So we'll see if that changes here once the second begins.
Both teams back in the ice, Ben, and yes, it was interesting to hear. You know, as we know very, very well, hockey people don't sugarcoat anything in life. We're looking at some highlights here from the first period, and honestly, what you're going to see is some really good play from Powers Catholic. I don't think Brian Clenow was wrong. Yeah, they got a 1-0 lead, but the Chargers are playing really well tonight.
You know, they are, and you talked about it. They had a 5-6 minute stretch there. As you see that chance there off the elbow from St. Mary's, but it was a 5 or a 6, 7 minute stretch there in the end to our right where the team in white, they were hard on pucks. You see them going to the dirty areas where you got to get scoring chances, going to the net, putting the brakes on, stopping, not going by the net, trying to keep Michael Fett moving, and they really challenged him and they really tested him. And then the battle here between two of the big young studs in this game late, Reve there and Zarnicki, tied up. I don't think it'll be the last time that we see those two guys get mixed up here in this one, Evan. So a 1-0 lead for the home team, but as you heard from their head coach, they need to get a lot better here come period two.
And remember as well, St. Mary's played last night. So, you know, Brian Cano can complain all he wanted about it. We look a little tired, we look a little slow. You also were playing not just a game last night, but a game that came down to the wire, a 6-4 type of game, which can drain your energy as well, a game like that.
It can, and you know, you can joke about it and say, oh, they're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, but sometimes it does weigh on them, and we'll see if they come out and they respond to their coach and their staff, and they get harder on pucks, they get smarter, they get a little faster, and they get a little more time in the O-zone will be the big keys for them here in period 2 in the first 5 minutes.
Brendan Kelly will take the face-off here for St. Mary's. He'll do it against Michael Tucker. Kelly wins it. Back to the blue line it comes. Reve holds right side. His shot got tipped. Eaglets have it behind the net. Send it to the near side of the ice. Play it further along that wall. Got tipped by Tucker as St. Mary's tried to get it in front. Tucker's after that puck again, and the puck does ping-pong its way out to center. Back into the D zone for St. Mary's and Mitchell Reve. Good-looking junior defenseman. 6-footer, wearing number 2. He collides with Zernike, the two biggest bodies on the ice. They're like magnets.
I just said, man, it's not going to be the last time. They're hunting each other out. They both like the physicality. They both like to play that way, and that can fire their respective teams up. Look out, that could have been messy there at the line.
Whipped off the boards, found by Powers Catholic. Parmenter shoots. I think that got the crossbar.
May have. Great look from him.
Parmenter still after it. Reve directed it along the boards. Duck hooked out to center. Played back ahead by Powers Catholic. Collision at the red line. Sticks are flying. Bodies are flying. Zernike took a hit. He's after the puck again.
He got him again.
They're just colliding all over the place.
And I'll tell you right now, they want a call on the bench. They thought that was a high hit on Reve, and they were pleading their case to no avail were Travis Perry and the staff.
Big shot rises high from Waring. And he got bodied in the corner. Played it back in front, missed everybody. Havoc far side of the ice. Powers Catholic trying to paw it down in the corner. They get it with Jack Seawick. Zarnicki flopped it high in the air. This is an onside play. Parmenter delaying, played it in front, missed the intended target. Chargers still after it. Parmenter back in front. Free puck save, Fett.
This bench is alive down here. It's more alive than I've seen it all night so far, Evan.
Powers Catholic may be down in the hockey game, but right now they are turning the burner up on St. Mary's. Seaman at center. He's got the puck for the Eaglets. Backwards skating in his own defensive zone. All the way back behind the net. Kirkcab on the breakout. Threw it to no one in particular. Far side of the ice. Nealon's back to the near side of the ice. Playing pitch and catch. Up the boards it comes. Collision at the red. Played ahead. Berner walking ahead. Pass in front. Just missed Adrian's.
Sure did.
St. Mary's at center with Dugan Kretu. Taking a bump and keeping on going. St. Mary's changing bodies in a second period. They've had to stay alive. That got directed in front, and Kurdiak made the save. Morgan digging in there for St. Mary's. Still stuck behind the net. Kretu finds it. Turning forehand and shooting. And then he is getting mugged. There's got to be a penalty in there.
There is going to be a penalty on Greg Feemster. So I'm going to get my first visitor in here. I'll run the door for him. He's going to come into the sin bin here for the first time here tonight. It'll be a power play for St. Mary's.
All right, so you got Greg Feemster by you, Ben.
I do.
Just committed the penalty.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call. And we'll see here, we played about 3.5 minutes, and it has really been all Powers Catholic here. So we'll see if St. Mary's can kind of change that momentum a little bit here with a power play chance.
Just threw both guys out of the face-off dot. Either guy's taking it. St. Mary's wins it on their first power play of the night. Point shot coming in, got blocked by Runag. Eaglets holding the zone on that right side of the blue line.
Oh.
Shot off the side of the post. Waring almost had his second goal tonight.
He did from about 48 feet.
Well, his first goal, he kind of just threw it on net and got a lucky bounce. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Right.
Seaman stops. Fires back to Waring. Over the blue and rimming it around the boards. Powers Catholic can't clear. Back to the blue line it comes. Williams shot. Save Kurdiak.
That was not an easy save there. I kind of handcuffed him a little bit, but a really nice job by the veteran to keep his focus, see it into his trappers. You'll see here, long shot. Nothing wrong with that. You got a body in front, maybe you get a tip as that player goes by or a rebound there, but a really good save there by Nick Kurdiak.
Still plenty of time in this power play for St. Mary's. Trying to extend a 1-0 lead. That goal came from Matthew Waring in the final minute of the first period.
Charger bench alive again. I'm sure you can hear it. Their penalty kill's been good throughout the season. They need one here.
Cretu, 2-on-1. Lost the puck. Still battling for it. And it's out to neutral ice. Reese Williams for St. Mary's. Spinning away from a forechecker. Walking into the offensive zone. Shot blocked again by Runegg. Still St. Mary's possession. Point shot blocked again by Runegg. And he clears it down the ice.
It's not your goaltender that's your best penalty killer. It's the guys in front of him, and you're seeing that. The guys selling out, blocking shots. You love to see it.
Turnover. Odd man rush. Turnover again. St. Mary's can come back the other way. Wait a minute. We got a penalty behind the play.
We do.
Kyle Kavik, likely a trip or an interference.
Interference is going to be the call as he got tied up there with big number 25, Mason Zarnicki. And so that'll go 4-on-4 here for 17 seconds. And then barring any other penalties, you'll see the Chargers with their second power play of the game. There you see it. Just on the top of the right circle there, clearly the right call. Official right there to make it, and Kavik will sit for 2 or less.
All right, so we'll play 4-on-4 for just 15 seconds, and then Powers Catholic back to the power play. Zarnicki battling behind the net. Fell down, got back up. Eaglets ahead, couple of seconds remaining on 4-on-4. 2-on-2 ahead they come. Puck tipped aside. Powers Catholic to a power play. Zarnicki walking ahead. He shoots. Save made. Follow-up try into the mesh.
Big heavy shot there. You heard that off the pads of Fett. One of those plays where you want that show shot, just like Zarnicki played it there. Low, heavy, and hard. Get it off those pads. Look for a rebound. Get a body. Get a couple bodies going to the net. As he carries in there, just a nice little wrist shot there. He had one in front, and that big rebound came to that far circle, and they got a look, but couldn't put it away that time.
Down the ice it goes. Powers Catholic can settle into their second power play of the night. They have not scored yet on the power play tonight. Had a couple of good opportunities on the first try. Here they come on the second try. Back to the blue line. Now to the goal line extended. Pass in front. Oh, it's off the side of the net. Nearly scored. Barber turning backhand. And a whistle stops play.
Yeah, that's Kyle Barber, their stud defenseman. You can see he's got plenty of skills in his bag of tricks, and a really good chance there for them to get this thing evened up.
Barber, 23 points as a defenseman this year, Ben, and that one was centimeters away.
Sure was, and he's a really good skater. That's what I've noticed about him. He's smart, he's heady, great first pass, and the offensive skills, as you saw there, pretty good too.
Still time in this power play for Powers Catholic. Got to bleed down here as Eaglets clear the zone. Kurdiak on a quick breakout. Tucker found it. Zarnicki at center, he lost the puck. Chargers can stride ahead. Good looking rush ahead into the offensive zone. Waiting for space and time. Back in front, shot got tipped off of limbs down there. Milenich, the defenseman, is parked in front as a big body right now. playing pitch and catch at the blue. Another shot got blocked. Pivot after it for St. Mary's. Playing it further along the wall, Kelly. Still time of the power play. They miss Zarnicki. Long shot from the blue went wide as Powers Catholic's power play again. Good chances, no goals. Zarnicki, odd man rush, splitting defenders, holding that puck left side of the ice. Around the boards it comes to Runegg, who holds the zone, lost the puck, and it's out to neutral ice. Malenik for Runegg. D to D. Runegg lost the puck. Eaglets send it down the ice. Turnover from the netminder Kurdiak. Morgan fell down. Brennan gets back up. Puck ping-ponged off the boards, off of Body's far side of the ice. Powers Catholic ahead. Passing in front. Broken stick. That's got to be a penalty.
100%, and the word here the last couple of minutes, skating by me with the broken stick there is Caleb Dahl, is they want pucks in deep. They want to get pucks in. They want to try to wear down St. Mary's. This is another way to try to wear down St. Mary's right here. Look at the speed there, and that's one of those penalties you'll take as one of the good varieties of penalty taken by St. Mary's, but Powers Catholic here, they've still been the better team here in this period, Evan. They have dominated the play here. I think they've been really good from start to finish, and we'll see what they do here with another power play chance. They'll start with their second unit on this one.
Armentier won the faceoff. Runegg passing right side of the ice, Dawley. Dawley turns forehand back to Runegg. Line backhand finds Dahl, who just drew the penalty. Dahl with the puck again. He shoots, and Fett makes the save.
I got no problem with that. It's a good low shot by him. Again, looking for the guys hanging around the crease to get in there and clean up a rebound. And it looks like they're going to keep this group out there. Here's another look at that shot. Good low shot. You got one going to the goal there. They're probably going to keep this unit out here another 30. And then they're going to get the big group on with Zarnicki and Barber and company, try to even this game up.
St. Mary's off that faceoff, clears it down the ice. Here's Dawley for Powers Catholic. Passing to the right side. Runegg up from the point spot. He lost the puck. Swing and a miss on the clear attempt, and Runegg set the shot high. Dahl along the boards. Pass in front. Missed its intended target. Rivet can't clear the zone. Powers Catholic possession. Trying to buzz on a power play and tie up this game. Can't clear the zone. Runegg held the zone. Take two on the clear. St. Mary's does it. And now you'd think there'd be a forward line change here.
Yeah, they're going to get the big group out there, I think, and try to get something going as they make the change, a partial change.
In front. Fett down there somehow has got the puck. St. Mary's got caught on a change, and now we get some extracurricular activity.
Yep. Now we're going to get that change with that big unit coming out with Zarnicki, Tucker, and Barber, 25, 17, and 16. But tell you what, Michael Fett has kept his team in this game and kept them in the lead. Even more so here in the second, Evan. He has been tested. They are going hard to the net. Again, the message on the bench down here is pucks in deep. They want to work below the dots. They want to work in the corners and along the end wall and really try to wear down the defense of St. Mary's.
Powers Catholic already has 20 shots in this game, and we're barely halfway into the second period.
They're driving the ship right now, even though they're on the wrong side of the scoreboard. But it's just a one-shot game, as we know.
I mean, they've done everything right tonight, but score. That's it.
That's hockey sometimes, baby, right?
Yeah. The puck does not bounce as it normally should, most of the time.
Correct.
Remember all those great Red Wings teams in the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
Run into John Sebastian Jaguar, and you've just got issues.
Correct, yes.
Sorry for all those bad memories. That's not why I brought it up. Sorry. All right, back to full strength. The puck's out to center and kicked ahead. Burner sent it ahead. It is not an icing. And then he steals the puck. Directs it to the far side of the ice. Tucker threw it on net. And Fett halts action with 7 minutes to go in the second.
Yep, so 5-on-5 here. And Couple of power play chances here for the Chargers, just unable to get one by his counterpart, Kurdiak's counterpart, Michael Fett. But again, an offensive zone draw here coming up for the Chargers,
who have dominated the second period. St. Mary's has stayed alive and held on to that lead.
Yep.
Shot from a tough angle, went wide off the stick of Adrian's. Another try, and Fett makes another save. He already has over 20 tonight. Working on one of his best games of the season. Nealons for Andrew Burney. Haven't seen a ton of Andrew Burney tonight for Flint Powers Catholic.
No.
Chargers find it with Tom Lavoie. Along the near boards. Eaglets take it away. And a good back check by Nealons to nullify that try. Played along the wall. Adrian's for Powers Catholic. Could be a 3-on-2. Passing back. Excellent back check. Well done by Jack Moran.
Beautifully done.
Back in front. It's the fourth line for St. Mary's, where they shot, save, rebound, still wobbling. Played back in front and corralled by the Chargers. Now they come ahead. 2-on-2, long shot, Fett, another blocker save. Laid along the wall, Seawick after it and lost it for Powers Catholic. Under 6 minutes to go in a second period. Again, excellent action, back and forth. Ben, on that bench, do you see Zarnicki for Powers Catholic? I haven't seen him in a while.
Let me look.
Big number 25.
Trying to look down here.
You don't see him from up here, at least on first.
I think he's down at the far end. I look just to the left of their head coach. Yep.
Just wondering, because we haven't seen the big guy in a while.
Yeah, he came out at the end of that power play when they had about 40 seconds. There he is. Yep, good work by our crew to find him there. And yep, he's all right. He and Rivet haven't been tangled up here in a while. We'll see if that continues.
Point shot got tipped as Miletich let it go. Number 4, Jacob Miletich, is not a small human being either.
No, he's not.
Look out. I don't know what's in the water in Flint. Played to the far side of the ice, just missed who they were looking for. St. Mary's can play it along the wall. This puck has not cleared the zone. Tucker got bumped. Nice hit by Kavik.
Kavik's got some edge to his game. I mean, he's a speed guy, he's a skill guy. But in watching him in the, 3 or 4 games we've done, Evan, he's got a bit of an edge to him that I like in a hockey player.
Turnover for Powers Catholic, an excellent forecheck. Tried to hit a streaking Dahl in front of the net, they missed him. St. Mary's missed everybody on the attempted breakout. There you got another icing.
Yeah, it's the same old story. I mean, I'm watching the St. Mary's players come by, and they're just, you can kind of see it. They look tired. They don't have the body language you'd like to see, in my opinion, right now. And they got another D-zone draw coming up here. The big man's back out. There's Kyle Barber, one of their captains. He's a really good player. Love his skill set. And Zarnicki comes on the left wing here with Cooper Gerhardt, his longtime friend, to take the draw on this top line here with their top D pairing out.
Off the face-off, shot goes wide for Dolly. Jacks after that puck for Flint Powers Catholic. Chargers forechecking away, create a turnover. They are outshooting St. Mary's 10-5 in the period. At times it's felt like 15-5.
You know, I'm surprised it's 10-5.
Shot from the blue line, tips wide right. Aggressive forecheck from Flint Powers Catholic, holds the zone. Left point shot, purposely wide. Pivik after the puck for St. Mary's, who can't clear the zone. Zarnicki, space, waiting, deliberating. Pass in front, big drive wide left. Zarnicki took his sweet old time, Ben. He never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, he left it for his buddy Barber there, who, it's the only problem with those shots. From that angle, you miss the net, and that thing's going all the way back down, and this can happen.
Kurdiak had to do a full extension split to make the stop. Right ahead for Powers Catholic in a lot of space. It's Matt Lavoie. Zarnicki, right side, they just missed him.
They did. They had him.
Eaglets back the other way. Striding left side of the ice. Up and down the ice. Tough angle shot. Save made. And now behind the play, we got a whistle as Michael Fett, the netminder, is down on a knee.
He lost a pad. Left pad, he's got to readjust. Look back at that chance there and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're St. Mary's, you've had trouble generating offense here in this second period. As long as it's on net, who cares where it's from? Just get it on net like they did on that situation there.
Just over 3 minutes to go in a second period. Again, no goals, but about as much action from a hockey game as you can want without any goals.
Yeah.
And behind the play, another whistle.
Yep, they're going to bring it back.
And at times in this period, Nick Kurdiak, that netminder you just saw for Powers Catholic, hasn't had to work as hard. Ryan Clonneau, the head coach for St. Mary's, yeah, his team is still in front, Ben, but he's pulling out some of the hair on top of his head right now.
He is, and you know, he said, we talked to him before the start of the period, he wasn't happy about much of anything. And I can't imagine he's going to be a heck of a lot happier after this one, although there's 3 minutes to go, so let's let it play out first.
Still time remaining in this second period. Bodies converging on the near wall near the St. Mary's bench. And
they're going to be short.
We got a penalty on St. Mary's. I think a high hit over there.
Yep. There's a lot of traffic down to my right on the half wall, and they had touched the puck. There's Travis Perry, 17 years, former player at Flint Powers. So it's a cross-checking call assessed to St. Mary's, and it's on the youngster, number 5, Jacob Hughes. And the big man's coming back out, Evan. He wants to eat. 14 games played, 31 points, 13 and 18 his numbers. He's a game changer. Let's see if they can get it done here and tie the game on the power play.
Powers Catholic has been sniffing a tying goal all period. Can they finally get it on another power play?
Third of the period, I believe.
Got a bunch in this game.
Yep.
St. Mary's trying to clear the zone. It hasn't happened yet. Powers Catholic holding that zone.
Great play out of Barber, right about 10 feet from him. He did a great job. Body position, everything about it was perfect. Love the way he plays.
St. Mary's will change. Great pass ahead to Zarnicki. He's got room. He's shooting. Fett save.
Another penalty.
It's going to be a 5-on-3 for Powers Catholic.
Yeah, it's a hook. Give it to him.
Zarnicki shoots and scores! Why give it to him when the big man can do that?
Right.
Tie hockey game.
What a shot. Beautifully done, and that's what I'm talking about. I said when he came out, he wants to eat. He's been hungry, he's had chances, and he snipes one up top over Fett. And this game with 2:13 to go is tied at 1 here. Whew, beautiful snipe right there. His 14th of the season and his 32nd point.
That is a right rocket into the top right corner of the net. Sometimes you just got to give the big man a little sugar. That's his 14th goal of the year.
Yep.
And poor Michael Fett has been playing his tail off all night long, Ben, for St. Mary's. But you knew at some point with the way Powers Catholic was playing, they were going to get a goal to tie the game.
Oh, no question. I mean, they've just came out and they've, you know, think back to the end of that first period, Evan, when St. Mary's gets that goal with a minute left. And I said, the response is everything here for Flint Powers. They didn't score. They didn't get it tied up in the final 38 seconds, I believe it was, at the end of the first period. But they took that positive energy, that positive mojo, and look what they've done here in the second. They have taken it to the home team so far.
And remember as well, St. Mary's is still killing off a penalty here. So Powers Catholic just scored to tie the game, and they're on the power play.
Yep, they are, and they've got their second group out here now.
Parmentier into the offensive zone. Lost that puck on the backhand, and the Eaglets clear it down the ice.
Yeah, good play by them. They needed to get something on that and have some steam on it, and they did. Here comes Powers again.
Reneg off the Good breakout pass from the netminder Kurdiak. Chargers lost the puck. This is Jacob Hughes for St. Mary's, who is changing bodies behind the play. Gerhardt ahead of the play. Morgan intercepted it and lost it. 4-on-2. Gerhardt shot high. Zarnicki after the puck again.
Yep.
Morgan can't clear. Runeg's got the puck. Threw it in front, in between somebody's skates, and out to neutral ice. Morgan's got it. Passing for Krejci. Shot wide right.
He didn't miss that by much.
No, he did not. Eaglets after the puck. Krejci, number 11, Dugan Krejci, has been all over the ice when he's been getting time tonight.
Yeah.
Lost the puck that time. 10 seconds remaining on the Powers Catholic power play. One last rush into the offensive zone. 8 seconds to go in the period. Threw it in front, swing and a miss from Zarnicki. Morgan after it with 2. Gotta let it go with 1, never did let it go. And that ends the second period. Mason Zarnicki scored for Powers Catholic on the power play. Big number 25, who has over 100 points in his high school hockey career. Just got another one. Team leading 14th goal of the year. And Flint Powers Catholic still with work to do in the third, but an excellent second period has tied up the hockey game at 1.
Yeah, 62 games and 101 points. And what a period. And we're going to talk here momentarily with the head coach, Travis Perry, kind enough to join me. Thanks for letting me kind of into your office for the night. What a period from your team. And one of the things I think was critical in this game, you give up the goal late in the first period, but your team pushed back and your team carried that on here in the second period.
Yeah, I think every coach in America would say the same thing. You can't give up a goal in the last minute of the period, right? So that was disappointing. But yeah, good bounce back period. I thought we had a lot of chances. We've been waiting to bury one, right? We have had a number of good chances, as they have too. It's been a good game so far. So hopefully we can keep the energy up and keep our feet moving. Really, that's what it comes down to.
And your big stud, Zarnicki, gets one in there. He's fun to watch and tough to handle. I've been impressed with him. I've been impressed with Barber and really your whole team. What's been the key for your team here? What's allowed you to get this thing even and have the push you've had?
Like I said the other day, power plays have been important for us. We got a power play goal. I think we're getting calls because we're moving our feet, so we're going to keep moving our feet, and obviously the power plays, hope we get another one. So.
Travis, thanks for this. We'll let you get in with your team.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it, guys.
All right, you bet. Evan?
Ben, that's a man who knows Flint Powers Catholic High School as well as any human being. Went to school there, met his wife there. He says, I literally don't own an article of clothing that is not the color blue or the color orange.
That's right.
Heck of a hockey game going on here at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Take a breath and come on back in about 15 minutes. 1-1 game after 2 periods.
Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and new Oreo fudge brownie. All made with our world-famous vanilla soft serve. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. And here's to many more. DQ, happy tastes good.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit. The heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
In business for more than 20 years, Siemens Services are painting specialists for commercial, residential, and industrial locations. They're very talented painters, pay close attention to every detail in exterior and interior projects, from wall coverings, stainings, varnishings, power washings, caulking, ceilings, epoxy floor coverings. They also do specialty coatings, drywall, repair, parking lot stripping, and maintenance contracts. With first-class equipment and a talented team, Siemens Services can provide customers with exceptional quality, value, and service. Contact us today at 248-563-5399 or email Mark directly at mark@siemensservices.com. Our friends at Dairy Queen, we want to thank them for all their awesome food. They've got flurries, they've got conies. They open in just a few short weeks. Dairy Queen, get them right up the street. Christian Jackson's gotten all over them in the spring, and he's excited and ready for Dairy Queen. Get them on Orchard Lake Road in Kego Harbor. Visit Dairy Queen today. Want to thank our friends at Downey's Potato Chips, making kettle chips by hand in small batches since 1984. We are proud to be family-owned, family-operated, and made right in Waterford, Michigan. Detail Express Automotive Appearance Center, a professional detailing company located at 1751 South Telegraph in Bluefield Hills with over 25 years of national and international experience. They provide the utmost quality and superior attention to detail to your vehicle. Give them a call today, 248-683-8885. Gracie's Jitsu certified. Gracie's Jitsu Martial Arts Training School. Fish is a Jitsu master. Why? Because he went to Gracie's Jitsu, located at 2965 Orchard Lake Road. Some of these moves, you just watch them, and it'll burn your brow just by watching from just a couple feet. Fish has really mastered it. They have certified instructors that have undergone extensive training directly under the Gracie family, and it ensures that you are provided the very best possible learning environment on your path to Jitsu mastery. Call the school today at Get Started on a 10-day free trial, 248-657-0121. Elvis the Cat Action Photography, specializing in local and touring artists, sports, and special events. Visit our site for a quote, elvisthecatphotography.com. Let's go down ice side now with Ben Holden, who's down with Brian Clenow, the head coach of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Benny, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. We talked after the opening period. Where do your thoughts stand now on the hockey game tied at 1?
Yeah, we're not much better. That period, I don't know if we necessarily, deserve 4 penalties, but we were in the box 4 times, put them on a 5-on-3. You can't put a team like this, we can't put them on the power play like that. So we made it difficult for ourselves. They were able to capitalize on it and scored a goal. But we just got to come out in the third period, and we got to do what we're good at. We got to really enforce that forecheck and get on them in their end.
Yeah, a lot of defending in that period for your team. You really defended a ton. Didn't have many chances offensively either.
No, we only had 4 shots on that to their 9. So we got to come back out and just capitalize on some opportunities.
All right, thanks for this. We'll catch up with you a little bit later.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brian. Guys.
Ben, thanks. We appreciate Coach Clenow's time. We appreciate his candor.
Yeah.
And Ben, I think anyone who's been watching this game with us from the beginning until now, frankly, agrees with everything he's saying. Powers Catholics played a heck of a hockey game. St. Mary's is lucky to be tied right now.
No question. I mean, you heard him. He said they only had 4 shots in the period. And, the big man there, Zarnicki, mixing it up, and Barber getting involved, and their goaltender. The old adage when you're a goaltender, stop the ones you should. And Kurdiak has done that. He wasn't tested much, as we've said, but the power play and talking to the head coach there at the end of the second period, Travis Perry, he said, hey, remember what we talked about? We talked about our power play needing to step up, and they stepped up, and they've just been the harder team. They've been harder in both ends. There's the snipe there from Zarnicki there, getting his 14th of the season to get him even at 1-1, and there's a lot of energy. I'm watching the guys come on the bench here just to my left. I'm about 2 feet from the bench. Tons of energy. They're feeling it. They're ready to go here, and we're ready for what should be a heck of a third period. 2 straight wins for the Chargers coming in, 3 straight wins for Brian Clenow's team. So in a really big non-conference game between these 2 teams that should be there at the end of the day once March gets here, 2 of the better teams in the entire state of Michigan.
Remember last year, Powers Catholic lost in the second round of the playoffs to Midland Dow, who won the whole thing, beating St. Mary's in the state championship game. These 2 teams, if they're not at USA Hockey Arena middle of March, it's a bad year. And right now, these 2 teams have a real big opportunity here, Ben, in the third, to make a statement.
Yep, and, there's a lot of adages in hockey, and one of them staying out of the box. You heard Brian say there, we were in the box 4 times, and you got to be smart, you got to be disciplined, and St. Mary's has got to get their speed going. They just have to. They've got a ton of it. They've just got to start playing their game. I think it's that simple for them.
And that's not going to help. That's an icing.
No, that's not going to help. You don't see Rivet miss that kind of pass very often, and I've talked about that young man a lot here tonight, Barber, and been really impressed watching him as you get a good look in from behind that St. Mary's bench. But this kid Barber, he's not the biggest, but he's got great feet. He's very offensive-minded. He's really good positionally. Really like his game, 16 in white for the Chargers.
Off that face-off, St. Mary's coming ahead with Hunter Morris. He was taken off the play well, and a nice back check by Jack Seawick. So Caleb Dahl can come ahead. Look at the speed from 22. His pass got tipped. St. Mary's on the quick recycle. Morris right side. Pass intercepted, lost the puck. Backhand in front, Kurdiak on his backside, stopped the puck. Now Powers Catholic the other way.
That's a great play. Barber end of the ship. That simple pass gets him all the way 200 feet the other way.
Dolly back to the blue line. Shot got tipped on its way to the net. Burner let it go. All the way down the ice. Another icing. Fast start to the third period.
Yep, no doubt about it. The energy's still flowing on this Charger bench. Ton of it. 13-3 for this team. St. Mary's 10-6-1, played last night. You know, I don't know if that's a carryover or not. We'll see when this final 15.5 plays out. Still a lot of youth in these two teams, so a lot of energy should be brought out here in the third.
Krejci, shot, sticked aside by Kurdiak. Took a weird bounce off those backboards, and Nick ended up freezing the puck.
There's our guy, Brennan Morgan, and so I got the official word on this kid. I love this kid. He is an absolute spark plug. I said to Brian Cloneau, I said, is he the smallest guy you've ever coached? He said, yes. I go, what is his actual height and weight? He said he's 5'2" and 127 pounds and fearless. I love the way he plays. Maybe he can give him a spark here in this shift or in this third.
Shot from the point. Reese Williams took the shot. Kurdiak made an awkward save. Out to neutral ice it comes. By the way, that wait for Morgan is soaking wet after an hour-long shower, by the way.
It might be with his equipment on.
Yes, and the hockey equipment is still on.
But Brian said, he said every team he's ever played on, he's been the leading scorer or one of the leading scorers. So it just shows you, if you're a young kid out there and you're watching this, you don't have to be 6'3" to play this game. You can play the game and be undersized. If you've got speed and skill, just look up Johnny Gaudreau among other players that are diminutive that can play at a very high level. I think it's a great story, and I love seeing him play.
Right now, that St. Mary's bench looking for a spark. Their only goal of the game came in the final minute of the first.
Right.
When Matthew Waring took a tough angle shot and it hit a body in front and went in.
Yep, that's been it. And they hit the elbow in that first period too. And that's really been it.
Oh, right on cue. This shot goes off the post. A penalty is coming as Julian Johnston almost scored.
Yep.
And now they may send multiple men.
Yep.
They're going to send Pivik to the box.
Well, Brian Cloneau has said that Johnston may be the most skilled sophomore in the state. That play all stopped because you see Kurdiak, you lose the mask and play is halted. You're going to get a hook called here on 21 there. Easy call there on Andrew Burney there. So we're going to go 5-on-5. It's an unsportsmanlike call on St. Mary's.
And frankly, that's a blown opportunity for a team that has not had a lot of sustained offensive pressure. You're staring down a power play, and then you promptly give it up.
Yeah, you're right. It really is. And that's, you got to maintain discipline. You got to keep your, you got to play the game to the edge, not over it. And you can't let that boil over. And you're right, that's a break for Flint Powers. It really is, because you're 5-on-5 here.
Kurdiak got run into on that last sequence. He's still kind of shaking it out down there.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on him, see if he can dial her back in here.
Off that face-off, Powers Catholic wins it. We are playing 5-on-5 with the matching minors. Waring played it in front, tip back to the blue line. Right point shot, stick to side. Back along that far wall. Eaglets with a good forecheck, take it away. Waring, Seaman's shot went wide. Kavik commits to couple, lost the puck, turnover. Kavik shot wide right.
Oh, he is so skilled. Great stick. He stayed with that play, didn't quit.
Now Seaman with the puck for St. Mary's. Powers Catholic took it away. Trying to get out of the zone, couldn't do it. Seaman shot save. Powers Catholic down the ice for an icing vent that they need because St. Mary's was knocking on the door for a full minute.
Yep, and I wanted to say in there, and sorry I stepped on you there, they were screaming on the bench, ice the puck, ice the puck. They didn't care. They just wanted it down and get a break and get a change again. In high school, you can change. It's not like college hockey. It's not like the NHL or the American League, where if you ice it, you can't come off. You can change, and they get the big line out there, does Flint Powers now.
Up the far boards it comes. This icing will not be waved off. Back into that offensive zone for St. Mary's.
So the goal scorers out there. Big Mason Zarnicki. On their top line, they've got Tucker out there. They've moved Tucker from center on their second line. Parmentier slipped down off the right wing, putting all their big guns on this top line.
Mason Zarnicki ahead again. Half pass, half shot, went wide. Mason after the puck again. Feels like he takes up the entire offensive zone with 3 strides.
He's a big young lad.
Yes, he is. Pass in front, sticked aside by Powers Catholic, and then another turnover. Eaglets in the offensive zone. Lost the puck. Stalemate in that near corner. Being punched along the wall and rimmed around the wall. Zarnicki scoops it up. Can't clear the zone. Now it's out to neutral ice. Over 4 minutes into the third. 1-1 game. But for the moment, we're going to get another icing on Powers. Man, the start of this third period, Ben, honestly feels like the start of the second period, but in reverse. Powers Catholic dominated the start of the second, and now St. Mary's has been on their front foot here in the third.
I agree with you. It's been this end of the ice. It's been tilted this way once again, as you say, by the home team this time around.
Team that played and won last night 6-4 at Grosse Pointe South. Still got their legs. As you keep saying, these guys are 16 and 17. Honestly, they shouldn't be tired.
Yeah, right. They shouldn't be, but sometimes it happens.
Morgan in front, he did it again!
There he is.
Brennan Morgan, the smallest man on the ice for the moment. The biggest man of the night. St. Mary's has got the lead again. That's his 8th goal of the season.
I'm telling you, I love this kid. Look at the energy he brings. He's fearless. He doesn't care if he's 5'2". He goes everywhere the puck is. He sniffs out pucks. He finds pucks. Look at what he does here. Gets stood up there, just puts it on net, leaks through the goaltender, and he sticks it in the back of the net there to give his team the lead. And look at the celly. The energy is just, it's infectious.
Brennan Morgan just scored his 8th goal of the season. That ties him for the team lead.
Yeah.
And by my unofficial account, every single game we've broadcast of theirs this year, he scored. So
yeah.
Brennan really needs to make sure that every game is broadcast live.
It's not always the broadcaster's fault, right? As you and I both know.
In this case, it's broadcaster's clairvoyance. You're welcome, Brennan.
Yes.
No jinx here.
Right, here he comes again.
That time the pass got tipped. Cretu after the puck as it's played down the ice, and it will have enough steam for an icing.
Yep. I'm watching Morgan just directing traffic, coming over to the bench, and that just lifts that team up. I mean, it's infectious. I mean, it just, to see him do what he does, and he doesn't even look like he belongs out there, but man, does he ever belong out there, and it's fun to watch.
And St. Mary's leads again.
Yep.
A team that saw Powers Catholic dominate play in the second period. Eagles have looked totally different here in the third.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this bench here for the Chargers, see if they shorten it all.
Still so much time to go in this game.
I think we're a little early. Maybe in the next 6-7 minutes, they'll probably really shorten it. I think you'll see probably a double shift to that top line once we get down certainly to maybe 6-7 minutes left in the game, depending on what happens here in the next 5 or 6 minutes prior to that.
A couple of teams that are favorites in Division III. Flint Powers Catholic actually entered the week as one of the top 10 teams in the state of Michigan. Both of these teams are top 5 within the division.
Yep.
And certainly they've got dreams of hoisting that trophy second weekend in March, which is a lot closer than you may have realized.
Yeah.
It's the end of January already.
February next week.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, time flies, Ben, when you're having fun, and when you're in the midst of a sports season, time just flies.
It does.
Pass to the right side of the ice. Siemens got it for St. Mary's. Zarnicki briefly took him off the play, but St. Mary's still holding in the offensive zone. Ooh, big collision in that corner. Still held in by the Eaglets. Seaman plopped a backhand behind the net. Zarnicki on the breakout for Powers Catholic up that left side over the red. Goes all the way on Fett, and he throws for a faceoff.
Yeah, you won't see, well, the Chargers are going to change. Yep, they are going to change. I thought they might leave that line out, but they're going to take them off right now. Both teams are going to change up all 5 personnel on the ice.
Leading scorer on the season for St. Mary's, Brendan Kelly taking the face-off. He lost it. Ooh, just missed a streaking Barber on the near side of the ice. Tom Lavoie, checked hard by Kelly. Powers Catholic couldn't keep the zone. St. Mary's comes ahead. Alex Connon passing right side, missed Morris. Puck up the near wall. Powers Catholic trying to get it out, and they do with some nifty work. Kyle Barber.
Yep.
And the pass got tipped. This ends up being an offside play, but still, that was creative work by Kyle to clear the zone.
It was. I mean, I'll say it again. I love the way he plays. His smarts, his vision, positionally, he's got great feet, great stick, does everything really well, and he's going to get a breather here for a few seconds.
Morgan just scored the last goal for St. Mary's, 65, back on the ice. Every time he's on the ice, it feels like he's got a couple of surprises up his sleeve for us.
He often does.
Offensive zone faceoff coming for Powers Catholic, who's only lost 3 times all season. Michael Tucker takes it for the Chargers. Won it back to the blue line. Puck held top of the circle. Nifty movement, but then losing the puck was Burner. Puck held left side of the ice. Shot got tipped wide. Eaglets find it behind their net. Striding right side of the ice, out to center. Pass missed Morgan. Powers Catholic back to get it as Morgan's forechecking away. Puck played to the slot. Shot got tipped. Held right side of the blue line. Played on deep. Chargers got it. Moving right side of the ice. Body went down. No call. Puck is stuck near the Powers bench. Eaglets fish it free. Pass to space and Cretu. Couldn't pitch it ahead. Ooh. Another turnover. Slot shot goes wide. Here's Jack Dolly. Long breakout pass. Missed its target and an icing.
St. Mary's lucky it did miss because that would have been Burner walking in alone.
St. Mary's has 6 of the 7 total shots in this third period. What a change, Ben, from what we saw in the second.
Yeah, you know, and you wonder too, and thinking back to when, you know, we asked Brian Cleno about the guys that are driving the team. He said our 4 captains, and that's what you need. You need those guys in the room to step up, and presume they did in between the second and third, because it looks like a different team here so far through this third.
Another stalemated puck near side of the ice. It's played out to center. Power stepping ahead. Andrew Parmentier lost the puck. An arm is up, and the penalty is actually on Powers. Well, it was. Got a delayed offside.
Yeah, it was delayed offsides, yep. It's all good.
Reese Williams on a net front drive lost the puck. He's still battling down there. Saw the arm up, Ben, and I heard someone on that bench to your left go, what? They thought it was a penalty, too.
Exactly.
Zarnicki for Powers. Whiffed on the pass, still fighting after it. Went by his left glove. Coming up on 8.5 to go in the game. St. Mary's tips it deep as they want to change behind the play. Matthew Waring stays on for the moment. Long breakout pass to Zarnicki, who scored tonight for Powers. Briefly taken off the play. He plays it further along. Shot on Fett, and he freezes with 8:15 to go.
You know, the Zarnicki kid, we've talked about him a lot, and it was fun to talk with Travis Perry about him yesterday. He said he gets a ton of attention. The two of the games they've lost, he didn't play. He talked about his shot, and talked about him playing lacrosse, and talked about him working 2 or 3 jobs in high school. So unique guy, and I think if he wants to keep playing hockey, he's got a heck of a future in front of him if he wants to go on and play junior.
Marino Seaman for St. Mary's fell down, didn't get the call he wanted to. Yeah, when we found out that Mason Zarnicki has 3 jobs in high school, I had 1 in high school, and I thought I was doing pretty well.
Yeah, I had 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a carpenter for my dad. But yeah, he's a talented kid.
There's a Charger down. Slow to his feet, Jack Dawley, number 2. He's up now.
Yep.
St. Mary's plays it back. Powers will use that chance to change. Down by 1, 7.5 to go. Lieb Jenner. Lead pass, missed everybody, but it's no icing. Kurdiak up the boards. Played to space. Burner tracks it down. He sends it further along the wall. Eagles trying to clear the zone. They do clear the zone. This is Brendan Kelly, leading scorer, stepping ahead. Pass just in between the skates of the intended target, Morris. Almost a trip.
That should have been a penalty, in my opinion.
No call. Kelly, shot, save, Kurdiak.
Yeah, that was a trip. They got away with one there, did St. Mary's, with just under 7 to play in this one in regulation. I mean, yeah, they got away with one there, plain and simple.
Yeah, and Alex Connon should be faking his lucky stars. That was about as textbook a trip as you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got another tangle up behind the net. Powers takes it away. Weston Runegg ahead. 3-on-2 developing. It is an onside play. Runegg on the net front drive, still battling now as that puck is behind the net. Weston took a high hit.
He did.
And Powers is going back to the power play.
Huge call. Brian Cloneau talked about it. Too many trips to the penalty box for his team in that second period, and they're going. Yep, head contact's the call. They're going shorthanded again, so here's that chance on that power play that's cashed in for him on the only goal for the Chargers here as we'll look back. Right there, yep. It's the second push there on the back of the head there of the defenseman that sends the guilty party, Pivac, into the penalty box.
That's the second penalty tonight on Pivac. Got one in the first. We got a timeout here before the power play starts for Powers. That doesn't quite decide the hockey game, but it's going to have a pivotal role in it, no doubt about it.
Doing a little eavesdropping on the Charger bench here, and all that Travis Perry has continued to say is, guys, pucks on net, get the puck to the net. You get a look from up top there at what St. Mary's wants to do, and that's been it. He said it about 10 times. Pucks on net, everything on net, pucks at net. So you're going to see a lot of traffic here is what we expect. And we'll see how St. Mary's opts to try and defend it. So you should get the big group out here for Flint Powers Catholic. They break their huddle, and yep, it's going to be all the big guns out there for them. Zarnicki comes out, Barber's out, Tucker's out, and Gerhardt, number 10, will take the draw. So a huge moment in this game here, Evan.
6.5 to go. Powers Catholic trying to tie it up. In a great matchup between two teams that want to win a state championship. Reese Williams on the kill for St. Mary's. The only man ahead, his bodies are behind the play. Chargers take it away, and Gerhardt can kickstart the breakout.
Good pass.
Great pass to Zarnicki, near side of the ice. Walking to space, shot goes wide. Morgan clears the zone, diving to the ice.
What a play. This kid does it all.
Barber's pass. Tipped and then played deeper by Burner. Zarnicki after it for Powers. Tying up his man in the near corner. And the puck is out to neutral ice again. Back to get it, Barber. Being hounded on the forecheck by Waring, but he does find space left side of the ice. Powers is changing men behind the play. A minute is gone on the power play. They haven't had a good chance yet on it.
They haven't. No puck support on that last play when they had Barber carrying it in. If they had some help there, it's probably still in the zone.
Zarnicki still on the ice, clearly tired, but he's not leaving the ice on the biggest shift of the night so far. Eaglets clear.
See if he comes off now. He's chatting behind the play. He's going to come off now. A little Beaver tap of the stick, and he's off.
And a whistle on the far side of the ice stops the play with 33 seconds remaining on the power play.
Yep, not much. Great kill so far out of St. Mary's, and little plays that we saw from Morgan diving to my right. We also saw another good play with a stick by Kyle Kavik, getting the puck down the ice. So they're getting what they wanted so far with 33 seconds left in the kill for the Eaglets.
And that'll help bleed off more time.
Sure will.
Kurdiak stops the puck. Powers Catholic on the road. First time these two teams have played each other in a long time. And this hockey game, from start to finish, has been a lot of fun to watch.
Good tilt.
Seawick lost it, and St. Mary's clears.
That's a massive kill for them. They didn't even give up a chance on that power play. Nothing.
Back to even strength hockey we go. Runag ahead for Powers. Long shot tipped. Played back in front, nobody home. Parmentier up the boards. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. Pass tipped and out to center. Still time, but it's bleeding down on Powers. St. Mary steps ahead. Right side pass in front. No dice. Swing and a miss on the shot, maybe a broken stick. Powers will change. Seawick all by his lonesome. And puck's on the far side of the ice. And does have enough steam to get out to neutral ice. Seawick battling away, great shift. Eaglets play it ahead. A lot of space and a shot off the side of the net. Chargers up the boards. Out to neutral ice, body's tumbling down right in front of Ben. Did a great job to duck.
First stick I took all night, right in the
back. There you go. You're not in between the benches unless there's a small bruise.
Little tap, it's all good. I'm a hockey player.
No ice, no ice. Number 25, Mason Zarnicki back on the ice. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Marino Seaman lost the puck for St. Mary's. Powers Catholic still has time, but that clock isn't their friend anymore. Down by 1.
They got away with it. Well, they're not going to get away with it.
Apparently, it's a penalty on St. Mary's.
It is. Wow. The Chargers got away with a hook, and then St. Mary's gets nailed. So 2:56 to go. This is going to be interesting. I mean, just Travis Perry, as we look back here. So that, to me, right there, that's a penalty, no call. And then you see this, just missed it at the tail end there on 7. Do they take the goaltender out here? Do they pull the goaltender here?
Brian Cloneau, the head coach for St. Mary's, is irate. He was just talking to the official, chin to chin.
He should be.
Yeah, because they missed a penalty.
Right there.
Yep.
That's clearly interference. No call. And then the penalty call there on Marino Seaman. So Kurdiak is in the net.
They'll keep him there with 2:56 to go. Off the face-off, Powers wins it. Another chance. Barber shot, blocked. Burner back to Barber. Pass. Zarnicki shot, blocked. Great job by Williams. Powers still possessing in the O zone. Pass in front. Oh my goodness, what a save. Michael Fett just stonewalled Zarnicki.
Save of the night to this point.
30 seconds into the power play that may decide the hockey game. Burner right side of the ice. Into the offensive zone. Holding backhand. Waiting for reinforcements. Turning back forehand and rimming it around the boards. Zarnicki after it. St. Mary's can't clear the zone. Multiple bodies trapped in that near corner. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. A Powers player lost their stick. Burner's got to go pick it up, and St. Mary's did clear the zone.
Under a minute left, and so far, again, a beautifully executed PK here from St. Mary's.
Look at the speed from Caleb Dahl. Shot, save, rebound still loose.
Net's
Powers
empty.
holds the zone. Kurdiak has left that net. St. Mary's can't clear it for now. Do they know it's an empty net? Still a power play for Powers. 30 seconds to go on it. Brevet behind the net. Bodies tumble into the ice. Eaglets down the ice. Just wide. Oh, man. Powers has a pulse. They got to go. One last rush on the power play. This is Kyle Barber. Walking to the backhand. Pass in front. Just missed a streaking Tucker. Chargers hold the zone right side. Bodies colliding behind the net with 55 seconds to go. That puck is down there somewhere, I promise. They'll stop play.
Wow.
What a hockey game.
What pressure, and what a job by St. Mary's defending. 2 penalty kills here late in the third period, and they've come up aces on both of them. Can they hang on here with 52.8 left? Remember, the Chargers use their timeout. Gerhardt's on to take the draw for them.
Pushed it forward. That puck is loose in the slot amidst a bunch of bodies. Powers holds the zone. That's got to be a penalty.
It is. It's a dangerous play. Might get another one here on the Chargers, but the first call is going to go on Cretu.
I wonder if this is a 5-minute penalty.
That was a wicked hit there on Dolly. Dangerous play. Anytime the back's turned against the boards, took him down there. But then you're going to get the retaliation coming in right there.
Which honestly, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it.
I do too.
They got to get run egg, but I understand why you've got to stick up for your guy.
Yep, I get it too, man. I get it too.
All right, let's see how they sort this out here.
I'm going to listen in here.
Wow.
5-on-5, so you probably heard there, each guy gets a roughing minor, so we stay 5-on-5 here with 40.5 to play.
Kurdiak is not in the net anymore for Powers, so this is 6-on-5.
Yep.
40 seconds left at least in what has been one whale of a hockey game.
Plenty of time.
Gerhardt wins the faceoff, but they can't hold the zone. The puck is at the center ice logo. Coming up on half a minute to play. Powers will dump it deep. Reese Williams back for St. Mary's. Around the boards and out. Dolly passes left side. Burner into the zone. 20 seconds to play. Pass in front. Loose puck. Played back in front. Amidst a bunch of bodies. A mad scramble for the puck. Clock ticking down. Shot went wide. 5 seconds to go. One last chance. Shot blocked. 1 second. Ball game.
What a play there to end the game by Reese Williams. Blocked it, stayed with it, gave him no chance. And St. Mary's gets a 1-goal win here, 2-1. What a hockey game.
St. Mary's just won twice in 24 hours. Beat Grosse Pointe South in a slugfest 6-4 last night. Tonight, totally different game. Goals hard to come by.
Yep.
But St. Mary's gets a third period goal from Brennan Morgan. Ben, let's see if we can grab 65 in black for a little post-game interview. We have said so many nice things about the guy in our broadcast this year. I feel like we got to talk to him.
You know I would love that. You know how I feel about him.
By the way, Ben, the final shot tally, 30 apiece.
Wow.
And a 2-1 game.
Great game. Just a great game. And, you know, Powers Catholic, that power play, they had chances. They had a handful of chances in this game on the power play, and they just couldn't get any more than the one they got. And Travis Perry said to us, he said, that's been an issue for us. And, you know, with the group they've got on that #1 group, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised that it's been an issue because they got plenty of talent on that group. I mean, they got, you know, the big guy and Zarnicki, and they got Gerhardt, and they got Barber on that point, and just, they got a lot of talent. And they just weren't able to get more than the one tonight. St. Mary's was better tonight on the penalty kill. Special teams are always a difference, and they get the job done.
Let's hit one final break. Come on back and get you the highlights from a great night of hockey. St. Mary's beats Powers 2-1. I wonder if these two teams will see each other again down the road. We're back to wrap it up after this.
Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and new Oreo fudge brownie. All made with our world-famous vanilla soft serve. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. And here's to many more. DQ, happy tastes good.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Couple of teams that we have a sneaking suspicion are going to be playing for state championship glory at USA Hockey Arena second weekend in March. On the last weekend in January, Ben Holden, we just saw one heck of a hockey game between St. Mary's and Flint Powers Catholic.
Yeah, we did, and just two teams that are deep, talented, well-coached, play it hard, both have good goaltenders in a low-scoring game. And, you know, that was one thing. You look at St. Mary's, you know, their last stretch of games, excluding the game on Thursday where it was a 6-4 hockey game. They have been scoring a ton of goals, but I think more importantly, they're not giving up a ton of goals. Again, aside from the 6-4 game, they've been playing a lot of 3-2 and 2-1 kind of games, a couple 3-1 games mixed in there, and I think they can play it any way you like it. And I'm sure to a man they'll tell you tonight wasn't their best game, their best effort of three-period hockey, because they were really up against it in the first and even more up against it in the second period. But they weathered the storm, they buckled down, they came out in the third, they got things right. Those two big, huge penalty kills in that third period, huge difference in this hockey game, Evan, and they just put it together when they had to, and that's what good teams do.
St. Mary's had the goal in the first. Matthew Waring scored in the final minute of the first. Mason Zarnicki, who was one of the better hockey players in Michigan at the high school level, honestly.
He is.
Scored his 14th goal of the season. That came in the second period, tied up the game. Power play goal for the Chargers. And then St. Mary's got the winner with Brennan Morgan, who we are expecting to hear from in just a little bit.
Hoping to, yeah. And, you know, what a player he is. He just shows up, man. He just shows up in big-time moments, and he scores big goals, and he just finds a way to make plays. He made a great play on one of those penalty kills. He's always one of the first guys out on the PK for Brian Clono and his Eaglets, and he just makes plays. He just does all the little things. That punt is not intended because he's only 5'2", but he does all the little things, man. He's just a gamer. I just love everything about the young man, and the passion and the heart that he plays with, and the way he plays and the way he goes about it. And it goes through that whole team. It's infectious. You can see it when something happens, when he does something big, the whole bench is up. There's tons of energy, and he's really come through for him once again here tonight.
2-1 win for St. Mary's. We'll come on back and keep wrapping this one up right after this.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and new Oreo fudge brownie. All made with our world-famous vanilla soft serve. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. And here's to many more. DQ, happy tastes good.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Great hockey game tonight at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Eaglets 2, Flint Powers Catholic Chargers 1. One of those games, the old cliche is you hate to see somebody lose, but honestly in this case, you hate to see it. Both teams played really well. Both teams had 30 shots in the game. Netminders played well. Ben, as we sign up for the night, what more you got to say about this one?
I mean, I love being down here. This is great. I'm in my element. It's... You know, leaning over, looking, watching, hearing the chatter, listening to the bench. Hope the fans that watched enjoyed it. We're going to do this more as we move along here in some of our other games here with St. Mary's, with Catholic Central, with Brother Rice. So fun working with you and our group as always, Evan. So always a good night when I'm in the rink, and look forward to the next one with everybody.
Ben, we appreciate you. Do you want to get a shot, by the way, or where I have been all night? Ben's been down there. Everybody turn around. I'm up here.
There you go.
I don't know if we have. Oh, there we go. I've been up here, by the way. So in case you're wondering what so I was here. Hi. If you zoom out, you got Ben down there. So we've been looking at each other the whole game. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, hand signals. You
know. old pros over here.
It's all about listening, right?
Right.
So we just listen to one another, and we've done enough games together where we know each other now. But it was great, and appreciate our crew doing this. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and again, we'll do this next time we're here for Catholic Central in a few days.
Always fun when those Shamrocks are playing anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Best team in the state, undefeated. St. Mary's will have a test when we see them in a couple of weeks. But for tonight, congratulations to Brennan Morgan and the Eaglets. What a win. For Ben Holden and our entire crew, Evan Stockton saying good night from St. Mary's. Another fun night of high school hockey. A couple of teams that could be playing for a state championship in a month and a half. Go have a great rest of your Friday night.